Sports. My beloved Rockets, who are going to do some damage in the NIT, I hope. But they did have a great
close,
season.
man. They were close. They were close.
They were close, but they didn't quite have what it takes to make the committee standards. And I have one question for you, James, here, really to prep before we dive in here and start having some fun. Speaking of standards, what are your standards, or what are the traits that you're looking for when you're looking at a team that you're thinking, all right, these guys are going to make a deep run?
I love the 10 games leading up to the tournament. How are they playing right now? My favorite example is going all the way back to Kemba Walker in the old Big East when he won like 6 games in 6 days and then turned around and won. They won another 6 to win the tournament, whatever it was. I think it was 11, 12. I think it was 10, 11, 12 straight. Like, how you're playing now matters. Then I look at guard play is huge. What do you guys got there? Do they have all conference guys? Are they deep? Are they lacking in bigs? How do they score? Do they shoot it from 3 well? And I think the last one is defense. Like, I don't think college is gone the way of the NBA all the way just yet. Like, college, you still got to play defense to win. The Baylor team from 2 years ago is a perfect example of a team that just locked down the tournament. Like, I don't think we have any teams like that, but you got to be able to play D when your offense doesn't travel with you here.
I agree with you. And I'm not surprised to see that we have a couple of overlaps here. So I have it. The three traits that I have that I look for most importantly, I look at defense, as you said, and you hit the nail on the head. Defense can win you championships in this realm, in this sport. And we'll see a few teams out of this 68 where we're like, yeah, wow, they might hold you to 40. But and then for me, I have a good point guard. Now, I used to have that regulated to a senior point guard. I used to want a point guard with some experience. But I think at this point, at this stage of the game, you can have some freshman point guards who have played enough meaningful basketball that you can kind of, if you have a guy you can count on, but you need to have a point guard you can trust. You need to have that second coach out on the floor who knows when to run a set, knows when to push it into transition. And my third and biggest one, and people who hear me write about the NBA are used to this, depth. The word of the day is always depth for me. We talk about this on the bounce at times, James. You know how much I love depth. I think tournament play, just like in playoff basketball, is when rotations shrink. And so if you have the ability to get your key guys a breather and there's not much of a drop from your output, if you have a couple of guys who can come in and hit a few threes off the bench or whatever it is, lock somebody up defensively, I think that gives you an advantage in a tournament style where you're playing multiple games over a short span. So that's usually what I'm looking for, at least on the court. Of course, I think, coaching, of course, I think we all have our favorites. We all have our coaching trees at this point, which there's so many storylines to get into. This one's fun. One of the more fun brackets I've seen in a long time.
This dude just did this